Greetings, friends and compatriots. It's happened a little later than I had anticipated and had planned, but I'm finally getting to the Q&A. Alright, so first off, Rick Reaper asks, when do you think it will be finished? And by it, I assume he's talking about the Water Realm project that I mentioned in the Q&A notice. And the answer to that is soon. Definitely soon. I just need to do a little bit more referencing, map out a few more parts, and then it'll be finished. NFS Gamer 267 asks, which Hot Wheels game did you first play when you were a kid? The answer to that is Hot Wheels Stunt Track Challenge. I love that game. I still do. I bought it for computers, so I play it every now and again whenever I'm at school and I don't have anything to do and there's a school computer. I got it to run on those machines and I give it a play. Teku Squid asks, how is Secret Project WPD.R coming along? And for those of you who don't know, I'm going to spill the beans right now. Me and him are working on a warped realm, and currently it's going through a few revisions, doing a little bit more work on it, trying to straighten out the track, place the obstacles correctly, work on the ambience a little bit, trying to mess with the different types of hazards and challenges and just make it look weird. And you'll see an upload once that's in a presentable state. Max Martin asks, what's your favorite Hot Wheels car or favorite car from each Highway 35 and Acceleracers team? From each team, I've got to say from Street Breed, that's going to be Slingshot. I love that car. That's one of my favorite Hot Wheels cars, actually. Dune Rats, it's Crazy Eights. It's Kadim's car, also really tremendous. DR2, obviously, from Wave Rippers. They had a way of making, giving the team leaders the cooler cars. And let's see, Road Beasts and Scorchers. Scorchers, I actually liked, I forget what it's called, but the little, what was it? It was the one that looked kind of like a submarine. And from Road Beasts, obviously, Ballistic. Again, the coolest car in the team. My favorite Hot Wheels car, and it would have to be Nitrium, I think, is one of my favorites. I just really like the way it looks and how streamlined it is. And from each Acceleracers team, from the Racing Drones team, I'd say, I think it's RD-03, probably. The regular drone cars, the ones with the spikes at the end. And from each Acceleracers team, that would have to be the Teku, the Metal Maniacs, and the Silencers. Nitrium, obviously, from the Silencers. I like Battle Spec from the Teku, and from the Metal Maniacs, favorite car from them, Torx car. I don't know the name of it, but that's the coolest one in my opinion. Dave Laguerre says, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Laguerre. Yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce that. He says, I love your content, man. I've been watching the Hot Wheels series and played the games as a kid. Coming back and watching these videos of yours bring back those memories. Setting up tracks with my dad, debating whether I should watch Highway 35 for the 100th time. My only question is, what is your favorite or first favorite memory of Hot Wheels? And what does it mean to you? Well, first of all, thanks. I'm glad you enjoy my content. That's most of the reason why I uploaded it. That and to kind of drive a little bit of traffic to Distance, which is the game in which all of my content, or most of my content, takes place. My first memory of Hot Wheels would have to be Highway 35. That movie pretty much introduced Hot Wheels to me as an entertainment franchise more than just a toy franchise. And it is really, it's a franchise. It's built to make money, to produce things and sell things to children. But what's interesting to me is that along the way, it produced some legitimately good content. Like, no matter if you're a fan of the die-cast models, or um, if you buy any of the merchandise they sell, or how you're affiliated, what your stance is, the films, especially considering what they were and how they were designed and what they were designed for, were actually pretty well thought out and well designed. And that's something that you see kind of happening all the time, is you get these people who want to sort of put something meaningful into something that really is only designed to sell things. And anymore, that's all that happens, is when you are tasked with designing and spearheading this project to make an entertainment product in order to sell a physical product or a toy or a clothes line. And that's all you do. You just focus it around advertising and making something flashy and making it flagship and, making it memorable for what it is. But with these old TV shows, and I find with a lot of kind of these old cartoons that have these sort of cult followings, is that what happened is they were good, and they were good more than just for, to sell a product. They were good in their own respect. And I guess my favorite memory of Hot Wheels is when I was a kid. Me and my brother, this was before we had any sort of computer, we'd have these notebooks, and we'd have the die-cast models of the cars. And we would draw little. They were very poorly drawn, I gotta say. I think I still have one of them somewhere in very bad shape, and it was sections of track through each realm drawn in marker on pages, and it would bleed through. And we would race on one of the pages, both of us together, and then we'd turn the page and we'd race on the other portion of track. And I think that's my very first experience with trying to recreate the tracks. The medium was definitely a lot more limited than what I'm using now, but another thing I did that I remember was pretty cool. Do you know those little those chairs that you rock on? They're kind of like flagship gamer chairs, I guess. Some of them have speakers, and you can charge a battery or play music on them. And I had one of those. It wasn't fancy. It was just, it was a regular chair, kind of a rocking chair, but I'll include a picture of what I mean. I would put that in the back of my parents' old hatchback, and I'd pretend it was the Diora 2. Because the Diora 2 it's pretty much how it works. The hatchback was in the front of it, and there was 2 seats, and all the controls and the steering wheel was part of the back seat of it. And I pretend I was in one or more of the realms, and I don't know. Technology is to the point where I could actually do that now in virtual reality, because Distance, for anybody who didn't know, actually supports virtual reality integration through Steam VR. If you've got if you've got a system that can handle it, because you really need something that can pull twice the power and in a high enough frame rate that it's actually bearable. But it's pretty cool that I'm at this point now that I get to immerse myself in my childhood dream a little bit. So, thanks everybody for listening. I'm sorry this was so long, and I'll see you in another little bit with some exciting new content. All right, bye.